Good morning, New Mexico. I'm Chad Brummett.
And I'm Kristen Curry, and this is Tu Casa Style.
All right, so this is going to be a very Valentine's-y show. Just to let you guys know, Kristen and I were talking at the very start of the morning. Well, what are you doing? Binging Orange is the New Black. I'm sure there's going to be a marathon of The Walking Dead. My girlfriend, she's still not into The Walking Dead, and I got to get her on board with this.
Yes, this weekend it's going to happen.
But they start with season 6, so
okay.
we
so you
got a
start
long
today.
way to go. We start today.
And then by the time you hit
the
Valentine's
whole
Day,
weekend.
you're like, okay, now we're ready.
That's right. Nothing says Valentine's like zombies.
Exactly.
All right. Well, speaking of things to do this weekend, guys, first up, a lot going on tonight. Every afternoon, you see this very funny woman on our sister station, KRQE. You could see her in person for yourself tonight.
Co-host of The Talk and stand-up comedian Cheryl Underwood has a show this weekend at the Kiva Auditorium at the Albuquerque Convention Center.
That's right. It happens tonight, 9 o'clock. Cheryl will be joined by comedians Mike Washington and David Raybon. Tickets can be found at Ticketmaster.com.
And remember, you can catch Cheryl and the rest of the members of The Talk weekdays at 2 on our sister station, KRQE.
That's right. And if you've never been to the Kiva
funny.
Auditorium, it's very funny. It's a great place to see shows because it's kind of built. I won't say like in a round or like in a thrust configuration, but there's really not a bad seat in the house. The way that the seating is done there, it's a really fantastic venue. So go out, have a laugh, and then watch Orange is the New Black and The Walking Dead.
It's so sad, but it's true. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a look at the top talkers of the day, guys. Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton took to the debate stage in Milwaukee last night, but they weren't the only voices campaigning for change. Just outside the media room, a large group of low-wage workers gathered to voice their concerns and frustrations over income inequality. Demonstrators waved signs about the Fight for 15, which is calling for a hike in minimum wage. Take a listen.
Everyone needs a fair wage, and I'm sick and tired of living in poverty.
But I know I needed to come here and put my foot down against a socialist and a criminal having a debate here.
A lot of folks very upset last night. Adding to the tension, Sanders supporters mocked Clinton's connection to big Wall Street banks, chanting, quote, "How much are you getting paid?" Meanwhile, Clinton supporters responded by chanting, quote, "I believe that she will win."
Good comeback.
That's right, exactly. Witty comeback there. Look, no offense, but I believe that she will win.
Yeah, a little odd.
Yeah, get fired up. Come on. That's what I'm saying.
Not what I expected, but listen, as long as they're going to do it peacefully, they can yell whatever they want.
Exactly. And it's interesting though. This brings up an interesting conversation, and I'm sure that you've been seeing it if you're on social media at all. There have been people that have just been absolutely going for the jugular toward Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton. Both Democrats. I mean, they're saying things that, and Hillary Clinton last night in the debate actually brought this up, saying things that you would expect to hear from a Republican going after a Democrat. But, Bernie Sanders supporters and Hillary Clinton supporters both really getting nasty. So my question is, what are you going to be saying when the other gets the primary, whether it be Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton? Are you then going to go to the Republicans? Because the way you have bashed these two, you would think that they are, like the worst thing in the world. Like they're still in the same party. So I'd say watch the rhetoric right now because it is getting nasty.
It's true. Like we don't expect you to love them, but you definitely got to be nice to them and support them when you are supposed to be looking at the bigger picture of your party and not that person.
Yeah, because those words will come back. I mean, obviously it's going to come back more for the folks that are, up on the stage, Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, but you supporters out there, settle it down a little bit. Settle it down. They are on the same party. They are on the same party. One of them will be endorsing the other by year's end.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's funny because it's almost difficult. You have to really focus on the fact they're in the same party. Because if you were to watch their supporters, even the two, you would have never guessed that they're on the same side.
Obviously, get behind one of the candidates, and I agree. Be passionate about what they are doing. But I think that this is the better choice, not that this other choice is like the worst thing in the world.
It's true. Some very strong language.
All in moderation, folks. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I agree with you. All right, moving on to this. Well, if you're looking to get hitched this weekend, you can actually do it for free.
What?
Listen to this. Yeah, Bernalillo County will host Wedding Central at Bernalillo County Metropolitan Court this Sunday from noon to 5. It's the 16th year the county has hosted the event. Justices actually volunteer their time to perform ceremonies for amorous Valentines in Bernalillo County at no cost. All you need is your marriage license and 2 witnesses. To make an appointment in advance, you can call Camille Baca at 505-841-9897. That's the number you see there on your screen. So cool that they're doing this, you know, very festive for Valentine's Day, but you're going to save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah, you know, and honestly, when it comes down to it, if you don't want the big production, this is a great way to do it. And it really is sort of, it's got a kind of a symbolic feel to it. You know, you're like, we were part of this event. You know, it's not just a random day, that you were part of a bigger collective group of people that had something going on and shared their feelings for the others on that day. So I think it's great.
And you're going to remember it too. If you get married on Valentine's Day, it'll be easier to remember, I think, than just another day of 365.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. And I also, again, want to stress to you that the phone number, now, they're not, I was unclear on whether or not you had to make an appointment. I do believe that you can do drop-in as well. You can just walk in, but to make sure, if you want to ensure that you get in between that noon to 5 window on Sunday, make sure that you give them a call to reserve that time.
That appointment. And don't forget your 2 friends.
Yes, your 2 friends and your marriage license.
Exactly.
It'd be terrible to get all the way to the front. Where did I, where
you're
did I
just
put
like,
my
you
friends?
and you.
Exactly.
Come here.
What's your name? Great, we're buddies. Come here, sign this.
Exactly.
All right.